From Forex Traders Daily, this is your daily analysis with Ross Mullins, live from Richmond, Virginia.
Hello everyone, this is today's video analysis for February 9th, 2016. In a moment, we'll be taking a look at the AUDUSD, the Australian versus the US dollar, for today's analysis. But first, I want to touch on a couple of other currency pairs that may provide some opportunities for you today. Taking a look at our news calendar first off for the day today, very light news calendar, nothing really to speak about as far as news or economic data being released today that could cause significant market movement. So what we'll be looking for is for either the market to continue momentum or change or just bounce around between some of these technical indicators that we're going to be studying for the day today. First, starting here on the EUR-USD, the euro versus the US dollar. We've been studying this in the live daily trade room. Something I think bears noting, we're here on the weekly time frame. Basically, for the entire year of 2015, we go towards the end of 2014 to current market, we see the market holding inside this range. There's a red box down here at the bottom of the chart. Again, this is basically the entire year of 2015 contained within this range, within this red box. What's most interesting about that is that we see the market approaching the top of the range, and the resistance levels that we see here, multiple resistance levels into the top of that range, the orange and the green shaded areas that we're going to be looking at here on the smaller time frames, showing us where the resistance is within our larger range identified here on the weekly time frame. Take it down to the daily time frame, and there it is again. There's the red box. You can see it out there on the wide angle view of the daily time frame. But take a look at what's happening. We can see resistance over the past 1, 2, 3, 4 days into the orange shaded area. That's 1.12 35 to 1.1270. That's the orange shaded area you see here. Obviously, this is your current resistance level. Let's go ahead and put an arrow right here. That's your current resistance level. The next resistance level, of course, is the green shaded area all the way up here into 113.70 to 11400. We know that based on that weekly time frame that we were just looking at a few moments ago, and you can see the resistance levels over here on the left-hand side. Support, obviously, the past 2 days has found support down here at the purple shaded area. So anybody looking to go long or buy the euro dollar right now, very discouraging to do that underneath the 1.1235 level. You don't really want to go long here until one of two things happens. It either dips back down to the purple zone, or the next thing you're looking for is a breakout above this orange shaded area, above 1270. We look for the continuation of the upside here for the euro dollar. So if you're going long, the dip to the purple zone or break above the orange zone. Now, on the other side of that, obviously, we haven't broken that resistance level for the past 3 days. So the question is there a possibility of going short here? And I think there may be closer in towards the mid 11200s. We have the 786 fib of the previous blue trend line range sitting at 112.85. That's just at the top of our orange shade area. So the closer we can get to that 786 fib would provide lower risk and higher potential reward to go back down towards the purple shaded area. Of course, the 886 setting up at the green zone becomes your next opportunity for resistance. So if you're looking for an intraday trade, not really looking for a buy right now, sitting inside or underneath that orange zone, but maybe looking for an intraday selling opportunity to target back down to the purple zone or lower for the euro dollar today. Taking a look at the GBP USD, similar situation, but we've seen a little bit of a pullback. We saw the rise last week, a pretty significant rise here for the pound dollar, and now we've seen the market retrace much of that rise all the way back down to the bottom of that long blue candle into the blue shaded area. Let's go ahead and zoom it on down to the 4-hour time frame. Take a look at that blue zone. We see support here, resistance here, support on the left-hand side, support here. I think that blue zone is your main area of focus for the day today. We were looking at that yesterday as a potential support as well. You can see the market holding their support yesterday. In fact, interesting enough, came back up to the orange shaded area that we discussed in the live trade room yesterday as resistance. If you took a sell there, you're sitting with significant profit. Anybody that took buys during the trade room yesterday made profit onto the upside towards the orange zone. So we had two different directions that you possibly were looking to trade. So if you bought it at the blue zone, profit to the orange zone. If you sold the orange zone, profit to the blue zone. So it's been a significant opportunity here for this pair. Once again, holding above the blue zone, potential to go back up, but you know the risk. The risk is that it breaks under the blue zone and continues to pressure lower for the pound dollar today. All right, moving on over to the AUD-USD. Let's go ahead and zoom it out to the weekly real quick. I think it's important to note the long-term downtrend. So we've taken a look at that now. Long-term downtrend. Zooming in a couple of times, we studied the triangle pattern over the past many months. the breakout, retest of that triangle pattern. Isn't that interesting? Last week we saw the retest of the underneath side of the triangle pattern, the retest of the black trend line. So that's all interesting stuff from the weekly time frame. Take it down here to the daily time frame. There's that same triangle pattern up there at the very top of the chart. There it is right there. You see the retest and the fall. Underneath the green zone, we're now seeing the challenge back to the pink zone. So for the day today, we're seeing the challenge of this pink zone and the 7,000 level. 7,000, the bottom of the pink shaded area. If we see the breakout, and I'm not looking for just a single push underneath it like the current candle, I want to see an open and close underneath the pink shaded area. We're going to look to continue to look for selling opportunities, targeting the yellow zone or possibly all the way down here towards the lowest lows on the chart and the blue shaded area at the bottom of the chart. That's our lowest multi-year low at the very bottom. So I'm continuing to focus on selling. That now that we've retested the black trend line, the bottom of the triangle pattern, focus on selling, looking for opportunities to go short here for this pair today. I believe it's breaking out underneath the pink shaded area. Take it down to the 4-hour time frame. You can see selling under the green zone was an opportunity over the past several hours. The open and close, retest, and fall underneath the green zone. That's likely out of the picture now. We're now going to look for a very similar situation here at the pink shaded area. Open and close underneath it, particularly here on the 4-hour time frame, may give us an opportunity to go short underneath there with limited risk. Risk is that it breaks back above the pink zone. So as long as it stays under this pink shade area with a clear single candle body, open and close, I'll be looking to go short and target the yellow shaded area where clearly that's the next area of support. You can see a couple of times holding resistance at the pink zone, fall to the yellow zone. Resistance at the pink zone, fall to the yellow zone. So if we could stay under the pink zone, we look for the fall to the yellow zone down to 69.45, 69.25 for the Australian dollar. So a single candle body, open and close, looking to go short to the yellow zone as the target with your risk just above the yellow zone for the Australian dollar today.
From Forex Traders Daily, this has been your daily analysis with Ross Mullins. If you would like to get Ross's analysis on all the currency pairs he's watching and all the trades he takes today, join him in his live trade room by clicking on the link below. Please leave any comments you have about today's video in the comments section below.